Here we are going out for a little family walk, checking out all the beautiful scenery, flowers, sunshine, sky's beautiful, shirts off, lots of broom right now. So invasive, but still looks nice. So there we go. Even Colton came. Loving the sun. Really loving the sun these days. It's beautiful out there. Hello, it's Lisa from Lady Norway Energy Healing, coming to you on a Sunday that is in my neck of the woods, a full moon in Sagittarius. So it is the 4th of June and full moon in Sagittarius. So sun's in Gemini, and a couple things that I just wanted to mention about that was that the moon is directly working with this great attractor point outside of our galaxy. So it is at the same degrees as this. It's 13 or 14 degrees of Sagittarius, which means that it's this great attractor energy is just outside of our galaxy, just outside of our little solar system and galaxy, and it's coming through as sort of like what I was reading and looking into is saying that it's kind of like a funnel of new frequencies that are coming in that can help us with whatever it is that we're wanting to grow and develop in our lives, and helping us to kind of like level up in our journey of ascension. So I was like, that's pretty cool. So, and said that it's kind of like a portal, and it's bringing in more downloads to support our psychic ability, our intuition, stuff like that. So that's kind of interesting. Like, it's helping us expand, of course, because that's Sagittarius. That's how the 9th house and Sag rolls. It's all about the house of purpose, or like what else is Sag? Is like long distance travel and exploration, mental exploration. These are kind of things that are being highlighted, I guess, in the full moon, because that's what the full moon's all about, is illumination. And it's also sort of talking about being that it is a full moon, and it's usually about sort of letting go, releasing, maybe closing out certain things. So, whatever we had in the new moon, which we just kind of set intentions and planted seeds and that sort of stuff, now is your opportunity to kind of release that and release it to the universe. And however you do that, it doesn't even have to be that big of a deal. I mean, you could just consciously be like, okay, I'm releasing this to the universe, or you could actually, set up a big sort of sacred thing, like, burn some sage, light a candle, meditate, pull some cards, whatever it looks like, or whatever it feels like for you, whatever you have, whatever time you have, or whatever but I think it's important to be conscious of it, and just to make, even if it's 5 minutes, to just have a minute to stop, take some deep breaths and say, okay, I'm releasing this back to the universe. I'm having the full moon in Sagittarius help me do that. That's all it even has to look like. But you can charge up your crystals. This is a good time to take all your crystals and put them out under the moon. Obviously, I make full moon elixirs, so I've got that going on. I do new moon too, so it's like, you got your little things that you do. This is the opportunity to do it. But there's an interesting point right now of like being mindful of what you're clearing and closing out in your life. So this makes room. So this full moon is helping to make room for those, they're almost calling them Renaissance energies. Like, when you think about what's happened in the last few years in the world as a collective, it's been pretty wild. And, with COVID and all that kind of stuff. But now it's like that kind of stuff has sort of pulled away and removed things, and you know, and now it's making room for that sort of, you know, when you think about the Renaissance era and all the beautiful art and yeah, artistic creativity, all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of excited about that. Sagittarius energies of expansion and what we are capable of and what we want to grow in our lives, basically, is depending on, like, if you look at your birth chart, you know, of course everybody has certain, these things are all in everyone's birth chart. We all have certain, you know, like this will show up in certain degrees in whatever your birth chart is. So it's important to look at that and see where these things land. But I know for myself, Uranus has been running through my sign since 2018, and lots of stuff has happened. Let's just say that I've had a lot of things since 2018 happen, and yeah, it's whatever, you know, this, now we've got Jupiter has come into Taurus as well, and that's this, you know, that's actually the ruler of Sagittarius. So you know, it brings good fortune, luck, you know, brings new things in, and basically something new is being brought in. It's the feeling that I'm having for, you know, what Uranus took away. There's new things coming in. I mean, that's for me personally. That could be for other people as well. But with my chart. But good things are coming in. Good things are coming in, and it's all good. It's all good. But, you know, just if you're, you know, like I've been looking into my astrology, and I just find that that's that same thing with co-creating with the universe, and kind of getting ahead of certain energies, and, you know, getting the heads up and being, you know, recognizing that, okay, if this is happening, it could be because this is happening out here. This is happening in my chart. This planet is coming in a transit, and it's actually affecting the planet that's in my natal chart, which, you know, each planet has its own set of archetypes, and then each house has its own set of archetypes, and then you have planets that are in your natal chart, and then you have transits that come along and bring their set of energies and their archetypes, and so they each affect things differently. So I mean, it's involved, but it's pretty interesting, to say the least. But yeah, so that's that. I just wanted to say happy full moon blessings, and, you know, hopefully that, you know, you can do a little full moon, you know, doesn't have to be anything too major, like I was saying, but, you know, take a minute and just be conscious of the full moon energies. I mean, where I am now, the weather's very nice, so we've been having the moon out, like, for the last couple days. It's been very bright and lighting everything up at night, which is kind of cool as well. And yeah, other than that, I'm just gonna pull a little, I'm gonna pull one card from the Good Tarot, which I just got, which I'm loving, and just shuffling it up a bit. But yeah, there's probably other things I wanted to say about it, but I mean, it's a lot of information, and it's all good. It's all good. So, you know, maybe you could check it out. If you do have your birth chart, you can check out where this is, you know, activating. New exciting stuff happening. I did do a little bit of I made some products, and I made some soap. First batch of soap in my new art studio. Very excited about that. First soap making in the studio. Hilarious. Okay. Yeah. Got some stuff, you know, still not got everything how I want it, but I'm working on it. I'm working through it. But yeah, this is the first soap making, product making. Very, very excited. I mean, that's a long time coming. When you think that back, I think in 2016, I had this little download about making my own products and making soap, and, you know, calling it Sigrid Soap Co. after my grandmother. And you know, kind of at the time I was doing cleaning and a little bit of home support, and had my own business and started making my own products for cleaning because I just ended up having reactions to the cleaning products. So I had to kind of go more natural. And so I did that. And then, you know, let's just say it turned into something that wasn't right. It just, you know, things happen. And, you know, thought things were supposed to be cut, you know, things come across your, you know, things come in or whatever, and you think, oh, this is the way this is supposed to happen. But, you know, in the long run, not really, but it's fine because it's all about divine timing. Whereas where I am now, making my soap and making my products and doing my own thing and having my own business, I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. I mean, maybe I could have gotten a fast track way if I might have had, yeah, maybe if I would have maybe been a little bit more healed around certain things, but I had to go through it the way that I had to go through it. And I'm grateful for it now, but you know, going through it, not easy, not great, but good, you know. But yeah, so now I've got, I'm able to have the space to make my own product. Look what's happening in here. Of course, it's a little messy, but it's the first soap making in the studio. And I love it because before I was doing it and I was trying to, and you know, this has been a good couple years of me trying to figure out my business, and now having the space where I'm not, you know, I was doing my artwork on my kitchen table, and my kitchen table was, you know, like when you have stuff out and you don't want to put it away every time you come to sit down and do something. So now I have the ability to just keep my art out. And then same with making products. It's like you had to tear everything out. Everything was stored. Then you pull it out. It's a big ordeal. And sometimes you feel like, oh, I just don't have the energy for that or whatever. Now it's all, you know, I'm all set up and I can just go out there and just make stuff when I feel like it. And, or, you know, it's like, yeah, it's very good. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. So Sigrid Soap, it's not Sigrid Soap Co., but it's Reiki inspired products by Lady Norway. You know, it's in there, but I do have a bar called Sigrid Soap. So, you know, it feels good. Feels good. So there we go. Anyway, blah, 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 blee, blue, blee. Can go on and on, blabble, blabble. But anyway, I'll just pull a card here from the Good Tarot, and we'll just say, you know, what do we need to hear as a collective for this full moon in Sagittarius? Full moon in Sagittarius, collectively, for the 4th of June. Oh, okay, we got 2 cards fell out, so I guess we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it, Good Tarot. So we have the 10 of fire. We have the 9. 10 of fire and 9 of fire. This is a very cool deck. I love it very much, and it is so bang on that it's almost a little scary. But anyway, here it says fire. I just read this little thing. Intention into action. The energy of intention and inspired action creates life as spirit works through me. So this is the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. It says here that in the traditional tarot, this suit is called Wands, and it is the suit of transformation, creativity, initiative, and regeneration. In the Good Tarot, we relate the suit of fire to the way we act, the results of our actions, and where our intention could lead us if we act in accordance with them. Therefore, in this deck, the fire suit represents our passions, ambitions, and motivations turned into action. We are asked to remember that we are powerful co-creators and need to act in accordance with our deepest intentions for the highest good of all. Yeah. What actions can we take? What inspires and motivates us? What can we do for the highest good of all? If we are creative beings, how best can we align with our higher power and use our connection to spirit to co-create what serves the highest good and leads to the best outcome? How best can we use our passions to ignite positive, purposeful action and illuminate the way forward? Oh, can we steward our power wisely? The answer is yes, if you're willing to allow the spirit of fire to reveal our co-creative partnership with spirit. I just thought it was interesting to read what it says about fire and the intention into action, which is what I need. I need that in my life. I tend to be a little bit more feminine in the yin sort of you know, feminine energy, and sometimes you need the yang, the fire, the motivation, the masculine, you know. And anyway, okay, so we'll do the 10. Okay, so it says here, 10 of fire, burning away, releasing the excess, endings, clear way for beginnings. Interesting. I may be overcommitted and have taken on too many burdens. In this moment, I do the work of decluttering my life. All that I release will take new form and serve the greater whole, but I no longer need to hold on to it simply because it once seemed to have value for me. I thank it for what it did for me, but say goodbye to the emotions, relationships, and situations that I realize do not belong in my life anymore. Wow, so releasing. It's a good time, I guess, with the Sagittarius full moon. This is an interesting one. But that is interesting. I think I like, you know, we do, I don't know about you, but I do have problems of letting go certain things. Like, there's no two ways about it. I'm a fixed sign. I'm a Taurus, okay? Hello. Double Taurus. Anyway, it says here, I do the work of decluttering my life. All that I release will take new form and serve the greater whole. But I no longer need to hold on to it simply because it once seemed to have value for me. I thank it for what it did for me, but say goodbye to the emotions, relationships, and situations that I realize do not belong in my life anymore. 10 of fire. So there you go. It's all been burning away. Not that we can really burn right now because we're in a fire band, because it's been so hot and there's been no rain. And then we have the 9 of fire. It says caution, uncertainty, reevaluating circumstances. I need to stop. I need to wait, and I need to look around me before proceeding any further. My sense of uncertainty is my inner wisdom telling me to bring illumination to my situation, to allow insights to arise and guide me before I take my next step. Questioning is good. Questioning is good. I will look carefully to see if a different path may be right for me at this point. So that's interesting. I need to stop and wait and look around me before proceeding any further. Caution, uncertainty, reevaluating circumstances. Yeah, so with this great attractor point, you know, you could have a lot of stuff coming in. Maybe there's like frequencies and downloads coming in, and you get them and you're like, oh my God, I must act on them right now. And then, but really, you should maybe just wait and actually just let things percolate or settle in or integrate. You know what I mean? Like, don't necessarily jump when you get a new thing coming in, and just like really see how it fits into your life, or, you know, how it makes sense in what's happening, you know, whatever that might be. Yeah, like sometimes, you know, I think with Gemini too, because the sun's in Gemini, that means that we're kind of, it's about the mind, isn't it? You know, so it's just like being able to kind of like funnel this energy in from this great attractor point in, you know, the sun coming through and into the full moon, lighting up the full moon. You know, as that process is happening, like maybe it is time to just take a look at things and see like, okay, this came in for me. Okay, how's this going to fit into my life? Or what does this mean? Like, give it a minute, like just take a beat, maybe, or maybe not, or whatever. But that's just what I got from that. So there we go. Okay. Happy full moon blessings, full moon in Sagittarius. And I hope this finds you well. And I'm sending out lots of love and light and lots of full moon blessings. And I hope you have a good ability to release and, you know, sort of what no longer is serving you for your highest good and for the highest good of all. And so it is. Okay, ciao for now. Bye. Gang's all here. Yeah. I did a little bit of soap and unmolded it. Yeah, it's not the best mold, but it turned out a little bit. I just got to clean it up, but it turned out good. Here we are, Mitzi, Marco, and me, our little Zen garden area. They're pretty darn cute. They like to zen out.